Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how I took this wig from looking like this right here to this. If you want to see how you can do a color refresh on your wigs that have faded, please keep on watching this video. This is what the hair looked like. You could see that it was originally wine. So I'm going to use my Burgundy Envy hair dye from Adore to recolor this hair. So I opened up the bottle and I poured the content into the black bowl, and after I've emptied the entire content into the black bowl, I'm going to add my hot water into the bowl and also pour some of the hot water into the container of the hair dye and shake it and pour it into the bowl. The reason why I pour the hot water into the container is just to ensure that we are not wasting any of the products, that we empty the container of all the color that is in there. And now I'm using my hairbrush to my coloring brush to mix the water and the hair dye completely, and then I'm adding more of the hot water into the bowl. Next, I'm going to put the wig into the hair dye right now, but please use something to protect the lace area from staining. You could either use like your holding spray, you can use your hair gel, you can use Vaseline, just to ensure that your lace doesn't get stained. Do something to ensure that your lace doesn't get stained from the coloring process, and then dip your wig into the hair dye. And after you've dipped the wig into the hair dye and it stayed in there for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can even leave it there overnight if you want to. Take out the wig from the hair dye, and this is probably, if you're using the same hair color, this is probably what the color is going to look like. And then when you can now add your salt to it. So I watched a video on TikTok and someone was saying that when you add salt to your wig after you've dyed it, or rather in the dyeing process, it's going to prevent the hair from bleeding, like the color bleeding. But while doing like this process of the hair coloring, I still noticed that the color was bleeding out of the wig. So if you have any tips on what can stop your hair color from bleeding out, please share with us in the comment section. I'll be glad to learn from you. So I poured the salt in there and just tried to massage it all over the entire hair to ensure that this color is not bleeding off or fading away as it had previously done. And take notes, this wig in question was not something that I had originally colored. It was hair that was bought as a factory colored hair. So most people that tend to say, oh, I want to buy factory colored hair, I don't want hair that was colored in Nigeria or any other country where they tend to like do make custom colored wigs, just know that even the factory colored hairs can also fade, because this particular wig was originally bought as wine and the color faded. So just know that. So after coloring the hair, I'm going to apply my conditioner, and it's this one from, is it Olive conditioner. I switched to using like big bottles of conditioners because I realized that the bigger bottles are more economic. And I'm also going to add this hair color right here, which is going to lock colored hair. It promises to serve as a keratin treatment, and is also good for colored hair in the sense that it's going to ensure that the color stays locked in. So I applied a mixture of the conditioner and that keratin treatment that is good for colored hair all over the entire wig, ensuring that I saturate the products all over, from the down parts to the up part of the wig. And after I've spread the product all over the hair, I'm going to comb through the hair. Please use a wide tooth comb or your hairbrush to just brush through the hair after you've applied the product all over the entire wig. But I didn't show the process where I comb through the hair, but just take your time and massage the product all over the hair. And after you spread the product all over the hair, comb through it, brush through it to ensure that the hair is fully detangled. At this point here, I'd already combed through the hair. That's the reason why the conditioner mixture kind of looks like it's foaming. So now it's time for me to rinse off the hair. And take note, I left the product on the hair for a couple of minutes. You can leave the product on your hair for about 30 minutes, 1 hour. Then you proceed to rinsing it off. And to rinse off the hair, I'm not using hot water because hot water is going to make the color bleed. So I'm using just room temperature water, which is like the regular tap water. And I'm just trying to rinse off the products, the excess product that is still on the hair. Hopefully the strands of the hair has absorbed all the treatment that it needs, and then I just rinse off the hair, the rest of it. You want to try to rinse your hair a couple of times just to ensure that you get it to be completely clean, because if you don't rinse off your hair, rinse out the products from the hair, when you dry your hair, you're going to notice that there might be some white particles all over the hair. So please make sure you rinse off the hair very well. So I'm going to rinse it a couple of times before I then proceed to hair dry the hair and then move on to styling the hair. If you're watching this video and you haven't bought my ebooks, how to start your hair business, hair extensions, and how to test its quality, what are you doing? Please click the link in the description box to go shop these ebooks. They are very affordable, 7,000 naira, 5,000 naira, which is both of them are less than $12. So if you've been looking to start your hair business, or you just want to learn more about hair extensions and all the information you need to know about hair, please buy these ebooks. They're really going to help you. So this is what the hair looks like after I've completely rinsed it and it's clean. And then at this point here, I've already air dried the hair, and now it's time to style it. To style the hair, I'm going to section off the upper part of the hair, and when I've taken away the upper part, I'm going to use my hair clip to clip it on top on one side, and I'll move over to the other side and pick the hairs that are on that side and also clip it on top. And next, for the bottom part of this hair, I'm going to start by moisturizing it using my Moroccan Argan Oil Serum. A little goes a long way. Just apply the hair serum generally all over the hair. Yeah, in one of my videos, somebody commented that I used too much hair serum, and well, probably I'd like to maybe agree with the person. If you want your hair to be very like fluffy and bouncy, try to not use so much hair serum. Use a little. Just apply the hair serum generally and use more of your heat protectant spray. So yes, you could actually do with less of the hair serums, because most times when you put so much of the hair serum on your hair, it starts to feel like it might be a bit greasy. But the beauty about the hair serum that I use is that it's not the greasy type. It serves as treatment for the hair, but even if it serves as treatment for the hair, try as much as possible to use very little of the hair serum. Then I sprayed my heat protectant spray, which is the Delofil Argan Magic Complex heat protectant spray. And next, I'm using my hair straightener to straighten the hair, and I'm using the heat setting at 240 degrees Celsius. Or you can even put yours at 230 degrees Celsius. That's also okay. And next, I spray my heat protectant spray. I'm going to comb through the hair and then use my hair straightener to start straightening the hair. Yes. So just take the hair, comb through it, and then use the hair straightener to straighten it. And what I do is I walk from one side and move over to the other side. So after I've straightened I've styled one part of the hair, I move over to the other side, I comb through it, and I straighten it and sort of bob it towards the bottom part. I'm going to keep on doing that until I get to the end of the hair, and then I progress upward to the higher levels that I haven't styled. It's a very gradual process. You don't want to rush through it. You want to take your time to ensure that you get to style that hair as good as you can. Just take your time and style that hair really, really well. And when you're done with styling that particular section of hair that you brought out, you can go up and take more of the sections that you haven't styled and repeat the same process. If you're watching this video and you're getting value out of it, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share with somebody who is also going to get value out of it. This video is about how you can do a color refresh on your wig and also style your wig, your bob wig, because this wig is a bob wig. If you have given this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you've bought my ebooks or you've bought our books on Amazon, I just want to say thank you very much for putting money in my pockets. Thank you so much. So guys, at this point here, I've moved over to a higher layer, or rather to a higher level on the wig. So it's just you taking your time and going from one level to another level, applying your heat protectant spray and using your hair straightener to straighten the hair. Taking your time. Like, I know it might seem like these videos I put out on YouTube are pretty short, but this is a process that can take you about an hour plus, or even 2 hours. Like the process of coloring your hair. In fact, it's not a one-day job. It's something that you have to color the hair one day, and then it dries, and then you start to style it. It's not a one-day job. It's something that takes you a couple of days to complete. So just take your time and get it done. You can do it on a weekend. They say you start it on Saturday, finish it on Sunday. That's what you can do. So yes, just watch and see how I do it until I finish the entire wig. Okay, guys, so I haven't been putting out content on YouTube for some time because I've been trying to decide on what kind of content I want to continue putting out on our YouTube channel. But I think I've sort of decided on what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be going with the flow of where I'm currently at right now, because at the moment I've been in transition. I'm sort of like in a season of transition in my life. So I've decided to like share the process online, in as much as I felt like I didn't want to share it before, but I realized that I have to share it because it's a way of adding value, helping somebody else who might be out there who might also want to go on this journey that I'm currently on in the future and all of that. So yeah, initially I thought I'll probably not put out content on YouTube this year. I wouldn't put out much content, but I've decided that, okay, yes, I've been away for 2 months. What I can do is just put out content, but not as frequently as I may have. Though I don't think there'll be more hair content on my channel for this year until I'm very, very stable. Yeah, so probably like a couple of months or so before I'll probably be able to put out more hair content. The reason why I'm able to put out this particular one right here is because I had filmed this video like months ago, and it's just a video that I didn't edit. That's why I am able to put this out. But after this particular video, there probably won't be more hair videos on my channel until maybe a few months, maybe 2 or 3 months thereabouts. So just bear with me. If you subscribe for hair content, please be patient. When I am when I'm at that headspace, I'll make sure that I get back to doing more hair videos. But in the interim, I'm gonna be doing more of like vlog kind of content, talking videos. Yeah, that's what it's going to be like in the next 1 or 2 months, or before it probably gets to like 3 months when I start to get back into doing hair videos. So yes, you can see that the hair is almost completely styled now. I sprayed the heat protectant spray on the closure area, and I'm using my hot comb on the highest heat to flatten the hair around the closure area. And after combing through the hair around the closure area, I used my hair comb to just comb through it, and you can see that the hair looks really nice. But then I decided to put my hair wax just to ensure that any flyaway hairs that are still lying randomly up there just lays flat. So I put the hair wax all over the closure area. I used very small quantity of that hair wax, and then I used my hot comb to just comb through the hair, and we are done with styling this week. And you can see the difference between how it looked before to how it looks right now. The difference is obviously clear. The color refresh process was very successful. The hairstyling was done well, of course, and yeah, we are done with the process of styling this week. But you know me now, I can be a perfectionist sometimes. I just tend to overdo it. Like I could literally straighten one part of the hair like 20 times before I finally let it go. Even when I can obviously see that the hair looks nice, but see how bouncy this hair is. See how it looks very healthy and fresh and clean. I really like how it turned out, and I'm really pleased with the end results. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, be bold, have courage, live a positive life. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, love. See you in the next one. Bye.